to mangle you green slime balls.
Hello, welcome to episode 4. Does one count, though? Are we still counting one? Okay. No, episode 4 of our one. We can't even go off this now.
No, it's the, remember?
To be named later podcast.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. The One Up
I
Cup
named it.
podcast?
No. It's 1-Up Cup 0.
Oh.
Because I just made it look like the Yakuza because I was lazy.
All right.
All right.
Well, we're here again.
Here we are.
You know who it is, you boys.
Yep. And if you're listening to
Skinny
this
penis.
now, you could be listening to this early if you become a patron subscriber. Otherwise, you can wait to listen to it on our YouTube channel a week later, like the rest of the plebs.
A week?
Is it a week?
You mean a month?
A month. That's a month.
Hold
yeah,
on.
of course you want to listen to this a month early. Why wouldn't you?
It's only $5. Come on,
Right, it's
come
fi-
do it.
$5.
It's not even $5.
You could just
It's $1.
$2.
$1. One
That's
of your
all you need.
dollary dues.
All right, shills. Let's go to the topic.
Well, first
Topic,
off, what have we
shilling.
been doing?
Oh yeah, that.
Do that real quick. I've been playing Realms of the Haunting. It's a
that one.
It's a shitty first-person DOS game that has full motion video in it,
Oh, great.
and it is ridiculously terrible. I was gonna do it for Boogan Month, and I'm like, I'll buy this for Boogan Month. It's only like $2, and then I started playing it and got unnecessarily intrigued by it. So then I just couldn't stop playing it. Other than that, I fought Orphan of Kos in Bloodborne.
Oh, Jesus.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
Did you beat him?
I mean, I've beat him before.
Oh, I'm right there. I haven't tried, but I...
Just parry. Just
Yeah.
parry a lot.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I've really been doing. I haven't been I watched American Vandal.
The second season.
The first season because I haven't watched it. I liked it. I thought it was a very good story and it made me laugh. And then when all the ridiculous shit that they say becomes normal, it becomes even funnier. But my only complaint is that the last episode is kind of meh.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like
Gets
just
kind of preachy.
It just kind of ends.
But otherwise, it's awesome.
Yeah, no, it was funny. Because Adam and Ashley and Becky and I were all on vacation. So we had a 5.5 hour flight on the way there and a 4 hour and 40-minute flight on the way home to watch fucking whatever. So,
that'll happen.
yep. So that's pretty much all I've done. I haven't really been working on video stuff and music stuff, and that's really about it.
Ando?
I beat Spider-Man.
Ooh.
Fuck, don't tell me anything. I haven't button
Oh boy!
Yeah, I've heard
Oh
it's pretty great.
boy! It's fucking good.
Yeah.
It's literally like I barely played many games that came out this year because there hasn't been really anything that I liked. If I would have finished Yakuza 6, that might be up there. But Spider-Man, I don't know what could beat it for at least my game of the year.
So
It's that fucking good.
here's my joke question. How many people know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man by the end of the game? Because it's at least all of the villains.
I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it.
I mean, that was mostly a joke question.
Yeah, I know.
Because I know the answer. It's fucking everybody!
It's not everyone, but it's up there. But I don't want to say.
Beat the fucking game.
It's fucking good. Like it's literally
Right.
the best game I've played in years. Besides that, I'm just waiting. Obviously, I'm gonna date the episode,
That's
but
fine.
I'm gonna wait till October to start playing some spooky games. So I'm not really touching anything until October 1st to start playing some spookies.
Also, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'll be streaming on October 15th at 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm playing Nosferatu, The Wrath of Malachi. I'm playing an entire run.
Okay.
Because it's a roguelike, so I'll be doing a whole run.
I'm not doing a spooky a spooky stream for Boogan Month, or at least that I know of at the moment. This is probably going to be after the fact, but Mega Man 11, when that comes out, I'll be streaming that.
Yeah.
But besides, I was playing Spider-Man, watching. I just started the 5th season of BoJack Horseman,
Nice.
and the show's depressing enough as it is.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't expecting the second episode in season 5 to be depressing as fuck.
I mean,
Did you watch it?
no. And so what
Oh.
I found out is that I didn't even finish season 3. I got
Neither
like
did
halfway.
I.
I got like halfway through it, and then I guess just got caught up in other stuff and never finished it. But I was gonna watch it on the plane, and I'm like, I don't want to rewatch a bunch of episodes right now. I just don't feel like doing that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's why I decided to watch American Vandal instead.
Yeah, season 5, episode 2. It's not a spoiler, but it's a Diane episode, and it's like her. She goes to like Thailand to like find herself, and it's just a whole episode about her story
Ooh, boy.
and everything like that, and it's pretty depressing.
That
by
show
the
gets
end.
pretty rough.
Yeah, and I again was not expecting that in episode 2.
Right.
But other than that, I haven't really watched anything. Watched the first episode of American Vandal season 2, and that's good. But other than that, yeah, I haven't really been watching or doing much else. Spider-Man mainly took up my life for
Yeah, I
the
can
first
imagine.
for as long as that's been since I played it. Adam,
Yeah, I'm still playing Spider-Man. I got to the point that everyone knew was going to happen anyway with Doc Ock.
the part in the trailer.
Yeah, pretty much that part. And then Doc Ock shows up. It's so fucking badass. Anyway, then I'm trying to still beat Orphan of Kos. And then I'm done with Bloodborne. In
How
its
long has it
entirety.
been since you've played?
It's been a while, so it will take some readjusting.
Remembering.
You're gonna have to go back through and fight some enemies for a little bit.
Real quick, I watched season 2 of Iron Fist, and that was better than season 1.
Why I was gonna say, didn't you hate season 1? Why would you
Season-
watch the second one?
Well, I mean, it's I don't know. There's a character in it as one of like the main antagonists of the series of that season, and I didn't know who she was because again, they don't call people by their fucking comic book name mostly.
Right.
I had to look it up to be like, oh, that's who she is. Does anybody want to care for Iron Fist
Go
season
ahead.
2 spoilers?
Don't care.
If you care about Iron Fist spoilers, skip 30 seconds.
This one's for you, Bird. Typhoid Mary.
No
wow!
shit.
Nice, nice.
They don't
That's-
call her that.
That's like in what? And that's like in Jessica Jones season 1, where the one guy ends up he's fucking Nuke.
Yeah.
I never,
Yeah.
I forgot, I didn't realize that guy was Nuke till
Till
I
you
looked
see
it
that
up.
he has 2 heartbeats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how you fucking know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's great.
Sorry to.
No, no, it's fine. I got nothing else. I started watching first like 3 episodes of season 2 of American Vandal. That was pretty good. Yeah, I've been kind of boring lately.
We've all been kind of busy in the last
Yeah.
couple of, like
Tom just got back from vacation.
Yeah,
so
Adam
did
and I
Yeah,
were
you
just on
fucks have been on vacation. I've been playing video games.
Bird was on
Diddling my
vacation.
asshole.
Well, you were in Seattle, what, 2 weeks before that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The last time we did the podcast.
Yeah.
Bird
So-
was on vacation.
Yeah.
So that's my
it's been
thing.
a wild couple of weeks.
I'll
for
go
us.
into me. So I've been playing a game.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry, we know.
Oh, jeez, we know.
It's my turn. Jesus Christ. All right. So I've been playing a game that I don't want to reveal because
Is it a Boogin month?
No.
Oh.
But we're going to probably be playing it for my next playthrough after
Oh,
Boogin
okay.
Month.
Yeah.
So I've been playing that and I really like it. I'm about halfway through. I also
Really?
just picked up. What's that?
Really?
Yeah.
Is that short?
It's not that short, but I'm decently far in the game.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm near the end or not, but I just checked. Like last time I stopped playing, I was at like 49% completed.
I thought you were going to
so-
say hours. I'm like, oh my
No,
god.
no, no,
49
it's not that long.
I was gonna say that's not even as long
There's
as
Oh,
like, there's a
boy.
lot
Longest
more.
Dark Souls
There's
run.
like actual side quests in this one, but
right.
and stuff. A
Anyway.
lot more stuff you can do. Anyway, I also just picked up. I bought the special edition of Valkyria
yeah,
Chronicles 4. I started playing that, and I also picked up the special edition of Wolfenstein 2.
Yeah, I need to see this.
So I'm showing Adam and
Oh my
Ando the
God.
picture.
I already
But
saw.
it was $25 at GameStop. It went from new
That's
to
fantastic.
Yeah,
used.
he posted on Facebook. I saw.
So yeah, it comes with a Terror Billy action figure. It's basically BJ Blazkowicz, but it's him. It's branded as it's like a German action figure, so
Yeah.
he's the bad guy.
Like the German
and
G.I.
it's
Joe
like
or whatever.
it's like a 12-inch like GI Joe looking thing.
Yeah.
And it's pretty great. So it was super cheap, and I didn't own the game, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just get it."
That's
Right.
awesome.
The new Ken mode came out. I think I talked about it. It was due out, but I hadn't listened to it yet. It's my album of the year easily. Some other stuff I listened to. There's like a female pop artist called, what the hell is her name?
Nicki Minaj.
No. No.
Cardi B.
Something Violet.
Gotcha.
She just put out a song couple months ago called Crush. It's like this weird poppy. I don't know. I like it. I just heard. It's like I forget her name. Anyway, I also went on vacation, so I went around went into Washington, like through Idaho, up through Montana, went to like the National Bison Range and a lot of other outdoor stuff. But I stopped at a game store and I found some shit for the three of these guys.
You know, can't get a real tourist souvenir. We have to get video game souvenirs. Fucking
right.
bird.
So I'm opening up my bag now. Oh
God.
Oh, Christ.
I saw they had a collection of this shit, and I'm like, oh, this is ridiculous. All right, so let's see who's getting it first. Okay, so for Adam, we have the novelization of BioShock.
Oh my
Rapture.
god!
Fucking
So you're
course.
all getting
awesome.
video game novelizations.
Oh, God.
This one's
If it's not the novelization of Beautiful Joe, I'll throw it right back in
no,
your
yours
face.
is good. Yours is good.
Please tell me Doom or Resident Evil is in there.
Yours is Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yes!
Sons of Liberty. This is the one I saw. I'm like, someone's getting this, and I'm like, Tom is getting
Brother!
this.
I still don't know the reference.
And the reason I bought these is because of the cover of this one is Resident Evil Nemesis for Ando.
Oh!
I have all of these.
Ooh-wee!
I have
have
every
all
last
The
one
cover
of these.
for the Resident Evil ones are awful looking.
Yeah, I can
They're-
fucking tell.
And that's the reason why I bought
Oh
these.
my god. Jill
That's-
Jill has like sad stroke face.
That looks worse than the games.
yeah.
So we'll probably
Why?
post this on like Facebook or something of these pics. I think we should post these.
Oh boy, just stand back. This book is for this book is for big boys. No babies allowed.
But they had,
intended
like-
for mature readers, based on the M-rated video game from Capcom.
Okay.
They had like all of the Resident Evil ones. They had the they had Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and I think 4. And if I would have had the space and the money, I would have bought all of them. But like I was like, Jesus Christ! I'm like, this is a rabbit hole we need to go down.
This is the gripping novelization.
I'll bring
of
them in.
Resident
I
Evil
have
3.
every last one of these.
Oh my
Here's
god!
the list
that's-
of all of them right there.
Yeah, I have every last one.
Fucking
They
great.
came out in like 2001, and I found them in a bookstore. I'm like, I need to have all of these, and I bought them, and they're actually really not bad.
Apparently, especially the Resident Evil ones, there's a lot of like backstory and like character thought that
Yeah.
goes into them.
They're not
That's
bad.
not really canon, but if you think about it, it's like this
Oh,
stuff
hold on.
should totally be fucking
The
canon.
prologue starts out with sexy Carlos getting out of the shower,
Oh!
wrapping a towel around his body.
fucking
It's
swinging
getting,
that
it's getting fucking
swinging that
sexy
hot
in this
dick
one.
around.
Yep.
Hot Carlos dick. Can I tell you this is the most Metal Gear thing I've ever seen in my whole life. The first sentence in chapter 12, the bridge connecting struts E and D was vacant. That's Resident Evil 2 or Metal Gear Solid 2. I mean.
Also, I like that I could tell that the chapters are divided by different characters because I just got to chapter 7 and the font is different from chapter 6.
Oh no.
Oh man,
It's
yeah.
literally that's what it is.
they
If
have
not, it's like some character reading like a file, which I would totally fucking believe in a Resident Evil book. Yeah, chapter 9, yeah, it's a report
Oh my god.
because it's this font, and then it goes back to the other one.
Dear
And
Lord.
It goes, Jill put the typed report and handwritten addendum back into the evidence drawer.
Dear
And then
Lord.
also
So she's reading a fucking report in a book.
the
Like you're doing the fucking game. What the fuck?
The BioShock one is all about Andrew Ryan like making like Rapture.
Oh, that's
it's
cool.
like
It
all about it's like a
prequel. Yeah,
it's like a giant prequel.
that's cool.
Although
And I was looking for one for you, and I saw BioShock. I'm like, oh, that's
That's it.
perfect.
The Doom books are
Vern.
really good. I've always
Because
wanted
like
to
I
read them
bought
too.
the one for Tom
That's one
because
that
I'm
I
like
wanna
that's a
look for.
serious thing Tom would want. I bought the one from Ando because I'm like he likes Resident Evil and that cover is stupid.
It's so
And then I
stupid.
saw BioShock. I'm like
The Resident Evil novelizations are really fucking bad.
The
too.
thumbnail for this video when it goes up on YouTube should just be her face.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I don't know what else it could be. It just has
Right,
to
it
be
has
this
to be
fucking dumbass face.
Should be the title should just be terrible novelizations.
I just can't believe that's like
me
they
see it
couldn't,
again. Let me
they couldn't get like the model from the game. They
Some
got
of the other,
Nemesis.
some of the one after that, it's like a side story with like
Yeah.
Claire and
Caliban Cove, Underworld, and City of the Dead are City of the Dead's 2. Caliban
Yeah.
Cove and Underworld, they're mentioned in the games. They're like just something that happened in between them.
Yeah,
I wanna
it's like
see the
weird
fucking
side
Code
stories or
Veronica
something.
one.
That one,
I don't remember if there was a code for. I
have
know
to
there was a
dig 'em
2
out.
one.
Code Veronica, I think actually looks like the cover of Code Veronica.
There was a couple that like looked legit,
Right.
but like the ones for 1, 2, and 3 were all like that that bad looking CGI.
Yeah, the
Does-
Doom novelizations and the Resident Evil ones are like the most
They're, like, legit.
infamous fucking.
I don't
Video
know if
game
there was a Doom
novelizations.
one there, and it was this place like
I think
in,
that's more like. I think the Doom stuff is more. Isn't that mostly comics?
What?
yeah. Well, there's
is
the
there
Doom,
novelizations
There's the
for
Doom
Doom?
Bible,
Oh, there's
which was
Doom.
like
There's
Oh,
actual Doom books.
Yeah.
yeah.
I couldn't
but-
remember.
But this place was like gigantic. It was
just
like as
opened up
big
to
as
that.
it was like as big as a Best Buy
It's selling
and had
Oh, God.
all tons of shit in it. And the thing about that part of the country is there's a lot of areas that don't have
I don't have shit.
that don't have any type of like fucking internet connection or fucking like even like a fucking cell phone
Fucking
service.
plebs.
So there's still a lot of places to like rent and like buy movies because
Well, yeah, that's-
like even one of the places we stayed at, they had a TV, but there was no cable or internet connection because it was all the way up in the Bitterroots in Montana, and they had DVDs you could watch, but that was it.
That's like that place I went to in Seattle. It was called fucking shout out here. That Scarecrow Video.
Yeah, yeah.
Where I
yeah.
thought it was like an actual video, like where you can buy movies, but it was like the biggest fucking rental store I ever seen in my life. It's
Right.
like
There was a
Same exact
different
thing.
there was a different place that I went to in Washington that was smaller and it was cool and it had some, but they didn't have anything I wanted, or that was like interesting like that. But they did have 2 CDI games that I saw in the
Oh, shit.
wild, and they're in this horrible looking like.
Was it Hotel
plas-
Mario?
No, no, it was like poker and like some detective game.
You're never gonna find those Philips CDI Nintendo license games in the wild.
They had some of the
It's
Zelda
never
ones at
gonna happen.
half price books the other day.
Get
Really?
out.
Yeah.
How much were they?
I don't know. Someone posted on Facebook, but they were like,
But they're
they were at the Robinson one, I think.
Jesus
But
Christ.
remember, like the old like cardboard DVD cases?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like that, but like,
I still have some movies that are like
gray
that.
plastic, like
Yeah.
almost like that like VHSs were made out of or
Oh,
something.
okay, okay.
They were weird looking. And then it was like a label was like printed on the outside, and then you opened it, and there was like the manual and like the CD on the bottom.
Right.
So that was like kind of an interest. Like I've never seen that before, but like found like this place had a lot of stuff. The one I went to in Idaho, so that's what I did. But yeah, so that was basically the whole gist. I wanted to get the reaction of these guys getting them because like I said, they're a little trolly, but like mostly serious.
I mean, it's a Resident Evil book, so I'll read that.
yeah, I figured.
I think the one pop culture-y thing that we can talk about from the trip that we took with our wives was the fact that we were on Catalina Island
oh
2
yeah.
days before the Catalina fucking wine mixer.
Is that really a thing?
It's really a thing.
They did it.
They
They
do
did
it now, and
They
like
do it
people
now.
show up.
oh, so
and-
it wasn't a thing before.
no.
Okay.
That's
But people show up and dress as the characters. and
Okay. I thought like that
I'm
was a
sure
thing
there's,
before
like-
the movie.
I'm sure
but
there's
I was
like a Billy Joel
80,
cover
yeah,
band.
only 80s Joel cover band and shit
Play
like
stuff
that.
from the stranger.
But yeah, so that was like the one big pop culture thing.
yeah. And Tom got shit all over I didn't say shit all over it by a Lyft driver.
Oh yeah,
Tom
a
pissed the
Lyft
Lyft
driver.
driver
A Lyft
off.
driver told me to fuck off
Why?
because we were putting stuff in his trunk, and I guess it was I don't know. He thought I was being rough with his car, So he pulled all of our shit out of the trunk and threw it on the ground and told me to fuck off.
Give him 0 stars.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
We immediately get to LA. We go to Steak Shack. We eat, and then we try to get an Uber to the ship, and Tom gets us kicked out of a lift.
I don't know what it is with like Ubers or Lyfts, but like when I'm in a group of people, perfect. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's always like a weird. It's either fun or super weird and awkward.
Uh-huh.
Like there's no in between.
Yeah.
But like if I ever had a Lyft like by myself, it's the strange. It's like just.
Well, it's because you're autistic.
Well, I'm autistic, but like the driver never talks. I'm like, why do we always have fucking yappy bitches when it's a group of us? Whenever I'm by myself, the fucking Lyft or Uber doesn't want to fucking talk at
No,
all.
it's awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you've made it awkward.
Yeah, I made it awkward by fucking hiring a Lyft driver to pick me up. Okay.
I didn't realize Larry David showed up. Holy shit, Ando.
Oh, the other thing I did is I started watching. I watched the first 4 episodes of Enchanted. I like it a lot.
Disenchantment?
Yeah, Disenchantment. That's what I meant.
I don't
liked it
remember
a
if we
lot.
finished that before the last podcast or not, but I finished it, and I don't understand why people are complaining about it.
Really?
I don't understand what the complaints are.
Because it was like a...
It's fucking medieval Futurama.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want.
Were they expecting like...
I don't know what people...
everything to be explained, everything just to be a happy ending, just like fall in your lap,
I
just don't
know,
worry about it.
I don't know what people's expectations
Set
were.
up for more, or
It's
is
set
it
up for more, yeah.
I
but
just
like-
don't understand what people's expectations were, because like I see a lot of things online. It's like, oh, Disenchantment was bad, and I didn't like it, and like
It's set up that those characters are kind of miserable. So if it ends on like a kind of a down note, like what do you expect?
This is a reference only for me or anyone that has actually played the game, but it's Tales of the Abyss. It's about a group of assholes that shouldn't be together.
right,
And it's about their adventures being assholes and dicks to each other.
right,
It's not going to end well.
right,
That's how
Duh.
Disenchantment is. That's how fucking Tales of the Abyss it was.
right.
Now I want to go back and play Tales of the
You
Abyss.
should. It's a bunch of dickheads that fucking hate each other. It's fucking great. That's why the game works.
That's why you bought it for me for my birthday 1 year.
Yes.
This conversation's getting real
I did start
meta.
it though. I did start it though. I totally fucking started it. I need to go
It's-
back and play it.
Bunch
Like
of-
that's one of the best Tales games because it's like you don't want like a happy cast. It's like you want these people to like actually have some kind of chemistry, and that's it because they don't like each other, or they're all dickheads to each other. They're all drunk dickheads, like in Disenchantment.
I feel like I think a lot of the complaints, like there are some that I can agree with, but what people don't, I think what people don't get is that like there's so many characters in Futurama that each character can be one character trait.
Yeah,
Fry is always an idiot.
yeah.
Leela is always too proud or
Yeah.
too smart or whatever.
Right.
And Farnsworth is too smart for his own good. And like
Zoidberg is just a slob and an idiot.
yeah.
And there's
like,
not that many in.
that's
like,
the
compared.
thing. So like
It's like when they make
Bean covers Fry and Leela and Bender and like
Well, I thought Lucy would be Bender. Like Lucy feels like Bender, and I don't know who
Yeah,
else.
Bean is still kind of a drunk like Bender, so
But, like,
it's
the
not
characters are more rounded.
I feel like Elfo's more like Fry.
Yeah, I mean, like, but that's the thing. So this is what I'm saying. So you see it differently than I do.
Yeah.
The characters are more rounded off in that show than they were in Futurama. Because it's just fucking Bender is Bender. Bender cares about Bender, and that's it.
Bender is great.
Right.
Bender is
So
great.
all of the characters have those traits because there's less of them to deal with.
Yeah.
And I think
They're doing 10 episodes. They can't, Futurama's been going on this long time. And like you think about like the first episode of Futurama, they introduce like Fry, Leela, Bender, and Farnsworth, and like a couple other side characters, and that's about it. But like
yeah.
Zoidberg and Amy and
Right.
and Hermes don't get introduced till episode 2.
Right.
And then like by the end of it, there's like side characters for fucking everything.
Right.
There's fucking
Calculon's
Scrub-
back.
Yeah, like all these fucking characters.
Yeah.
You can't do that in 10 episodes.
Right.
Like you have
For
some of these
a
side
series
characters.
that you're just starting.
Yeah.
Right.
They're building
So-
a world.
Yeah, and I think the characters are more rounded in that, and I don't really get what people are so butthurt about. But you know what I can tell you what I'm butthurt about?
What's that?
What the internet is starting to finally agree with me on.
That
Fucking-
Bowsette is hot.
No, fuck that.
But-
I'm
but-
already tired
But
of
the
that.
fact that the internet already made that a fucking thing and now it's canon is fucking ridiculous.
You know what I'm happy about that everyone else is starting to see my way? Hideo fucking Kojima.
Oh,
There
yeah.
was yeah. What,
Everybody watched the trailer and they're like, wait, what?
I didn't even bother to watch
But
it.
when you've done like 4 trailers now and nothing
Nobody
is,
knows what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tom, what happens in the new trailer?
I have no idea.
I didn't even watch I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I didn't
all I
either.
know
I
is
don't
fucking
care.
IGN posted the thing, and like people are like, "Oh, like what the fuck is going on?" And I'm like, I like Tom liked it on Twitter, so my thing was basically like I will be surprised if Kojima reins this in enough for it to actually be released.
Yeah.
Because because we found out recently that like fucking 2 studios just got shut down, and like there's games that are never gonna fucking be released.
Right.
He could show us all this stuff, and it could be PT
PT.
tomorrow. It could be PT tomorrow, and we'll never
That's
fucking
fine.
play the whole thing.
That's fine. We didn't even get a demo for it.
Right. But you understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I
and
know.
to me, it's just like I'd rather play a game, even if it's not amazing, than not getting it. So most of the time. Most of the time.
I
Sometimes.
just it's so every time they show it, I'm like, this is the same bullshit nonsense that it's been from the beginning.
Right. And you're right. You're absolutely right that he needs reined in. Because with Konami, like you could tell that at some point they had to rein him in with the scope of these fucking Metal Gear Solid games.
Unfortunately, it was not in the best way. But yes,
Right.
you're right.
Yeah,
It had to
there's
be done.
times like the fucking ending for Metal Gear Solid 2 is like completely fucking cut. Like basically there was supposed
And
to
the
be
ending
like,
that you have is still fucking nonsense.
right.
I don't know, Adam, have you beat Metal Gear Solid 2?
No, I beat 1 and 4.
So am I the only one in this room that beat Metal Gear Solid 2?
I know what the ending is.
I don't.
Do you know what the actual ending is, though? You know what happens at the end of the game, but do you know what the thing that happens before the credits roll?
with the the group, I don't remember what they're called.
Yeah,
The philosophers?
but there's a whole thing before that. We'll talk
Is
about it later.
philosophers
Okay.
a thing in that game?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. La li lu li lo.
Well,
Yeah,
what-
explain that shit.
I don't
I
know.
don't fucking know.
Apparently,
La
you
li
didn't
lu
hear
lo.
me say that.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Isn't that how it is? It's like you don't. If someone says that,
You don't
you're-
hear it.
If you're a member of the group or whatever, you don't hear that.
Yeah.
I don't know that
Who
bullshit.
fucking knows?
yeah, but the whole cut
Anyway.
ending was like the fucking whatever the station was supposed to crash into New York City.
You find out-
and that all got fucking cut. Because
You find out Liquid Snake is actually the World Tree.
Oh, God,
God
damn it.
damn you.
I don't even know what I'm
Fucking
saying.
hate you.
Fuck you.
But so my point there is that I'm not happy that this is the way it is.
right.
But
You're not surprised.
I'm not surprised, and I am slightly happy that people are finally seeing it my way.
Maybe since PlayStation is funding this shit, they'll fucking reel them in, and it'll get a release date, and it'll come out.
But does it like? And this goes back to the point I made when that first big trailer came out. Does anybody else feel like Metal Gear Solid was bloated as or Metal Gear Solid 5 was bloated as fuck?
I don't know. I gave up after the second hour of the game.
Yeah, I gave up. I think I paid like 40 hours.
There's a
into
lot
it,
to
and
do.
I gave up.
There was too much to do, and it was just like
But that's the thing.
I like
Loaded.
I love open world games. I love them.
Yes.
But the fact that like there's like almost either so much to do or like
nothing.
miles before you find something
Yes.
to do.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't like.
And that's the thing with someone you have to reel in is you do all this work and then the fucking basically they had to take the final ending out because they had to fucking reel it in.
What,
And
5?
Yeah, and
Oh,
they were fucking axing them, so you never even got a true ending to that fucking
no,
game.
we never got chapter 3.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and say that Konami did right by anybody there,
Right.
but
But there's
it's
still
also
a,
Konami.
There's still a
Right.
company, and if a game doesn't come out, then you're not going to make money on it,
yeah,
and it's got to come out eventually.
I'm
You know,
I'm fairly certain. Yeah, I'm fairly certain that like he's just like Kojima is just gonna bleed PlayStation. They're just gonna be bleeding money on this project, and he's gonna put it out, and everyone's gonna fucking hate it.
And then we'll never get Spider-Man 2.
Yeah,
no,
Sony goes under.
no,
all
we'll
I
get
care about.
we'll get Spider-Man 2. Believe me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, with how much
We're
they've sold.
not going to get another Tomb Raider game because Spider-Man is so fucking good, but at this point it's whatever. I'll take another fucking Spider-Man game. I haven't even played it, but fuck it.
So, in terms of bleeding people dry, welcome to the discussion of Telltale Games.
Yeah. So I'll run down the news as far. Do you want me to do the rundown?
Yeah, just run through it real quick.
So they just released, as we're recording this, I'm pretty sure they just released episode 2 of season 4 of The Walking Dead, like today or yesterday.
Right.
They announced last week. They announced like a month ago that they fired 25 people out of like 250. They announced last week that they're in bankruptcy. They fired 200 people with no severance, and there's 25 people on staff to finish their quote obligations,
Which is apparently Minecraft story
yeah,
mode.
which is Minecraft story mode,
That,
which people
but no-
thought was going to be the end of Walking Dead, and it's not.
Right.
So a lot of and here's the thing. Here's my part of this. I really like season 1 of Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I think Lee and Clementine are great characters. I played a little bit of season 2. My plan was when season 4 came out, I was going to go back, play the whole thing because I really wanted to see her story arc.
Right.
But we may not get that now.
You're not.
But the other thing, they said that now they have investors willing to help them finish the final season. But they also have not paid severance packages for the people who were fired.
Yeah.
Right.
Which apparently there's at least one person who was just hired like a week ago.
There's some kind of class action lawsuit against them.
And then,
now,
yeah,
too.
there is a class action lawsuit because it's in California and it's basically violating some sort of. And I'd love to see the end of season 4.
Right.
Because I'd really love to see that. But if the way they're doing all this and they're not giving anyone a severance package is bullshit.
Yeah.
And I'd rather those people get the money they deserve and the compensation
It's
that
your
they
money.
deserve
Use it when you need it.
over seeing that done.
Right.
As much as I would love to, and because I hate seeing stuff that's either not completed or doesn't come out or doesn't come over to the West or anything like that. Because I'd rather have the ability to play something than not,
Right.
which is always my thing.
The
But
only thing,
it's such a bitter. I don't know.
when Bird texted me this, I like just straight up said I didn't care.
And I don't
Because
blame you.
the thing was, it was like, I really liked season 1. I really liked season 2. I watched a playthrough of 3 because I was like, when 3 came out, I heard it was crap.
Yeah.
So I was just
Right.
like, I don't know if I really care. I watched a playthrough of 3 and I didn't like it. Like, it was just like, that was in the age of Telltale games where choices didn't matter.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna watch this story whether you like it or not.
Well-
and like 3, like whenever, and then like 3 came out and it was bad, and then what else came out around that same time? Another Telltale game. I don't remember what.
Was it Guardians?
It was either Guardians or the first or second Batman game.
I heard
And-
the first season was not great, but the
Yeah,
second
the-
season was decent.
The first season was not good because Bellajack has it, and I
Right.
played it, and I literally just failed every QTE, and it didn't matter.
yeah.
Like, choices didn't matter, QTEs didn't matter. I think there was like one that I failed where like I actually had to restart, but it was like whatever. But it was just like, it was at that time where I just didn't care about Telltale games anymore. I got the first 2 seasons of Walking Dead. Those were fine. Game of Thrones is good. Back to the Future was good.
Yeah. Like Sam
The Sam and Max
was
ones were good.
Yeah,
But
there's
I just-
gems in there, but a lot of the problem was they never fixed any of the problems with their engine or any
Right.
of that because apparently they were on such a crunch all the time that they didn't have time because they're working with all these people for all these different projects. Like they were supposed to do Wolf Among Us Season 2, which I'm
Oh, yeah,
which
that's
I'm
another
pissed
thing,
about
yeah.
because I loved Wolf Among Us Season 1. I played that on my Vita and it was great. And they're also not doing the Stranger Things game. So
Well, Netflix still wants to do it, so they might.
Yeah,
get,
they're gonna do it
they
somewhere
reported
else,
that they're going to
but-
get probably someone else to do it.
yeah, which is fine. That's fine, but
I agree with Ando. Like, I liked season 1 of The Walking Dead. I thought it was good. I thought season 2 was okay, and everything else. I liked what I played of Wolf Among Us, and I liked what little I played of Back to the Future.
Yeah.
But like,
The ending.
they've made this like. How many times can you reskin the same game? And that was the problem. It's
Yeah,
like,
and
okay,
and that's
you have to change something about your formula. People get tired of it.
And if you look
Yeah.
at the Steam sales for all of their games, you can see the diminishing returns from Walking Dead Season 1. It goes down like exponentially like immediately after.
Right.
Because I think it's like Wolf Among Us is like a half or a third of that, and so is like Tales from the Borderlands.
'Cause no one
which is the
cares.
other one I heard was like good.
I played like part of the first episode. I was like, I don't know if I was burnt out from Borderlands after playing the pre-sequel and then going into the Telltale game.
Right.
I don't know if it was either me being burnt out because I didn't like pre-sequel and then going into that. I don't know. But yeah, it's like there's these returns because it's like people don't care now because it's like, well, you're not going to finish these games, so why should I even bother trying? Like Wolf Among Us, I wanted to play that. I was holding on hope that they were going to make a second one. Now that that's not happening, I'm like, why should I even play the first one now?
Yeah.
Right. But yeah,
It was still really good, but-
it's.
I'm sure it was. I'm disappointed because I really wanted to play it.
It's
I'm kind of pissed I sold my Vita copy now.
It's
Hey, I have the
disappointing to
physical
see-
copies of season 1 and 2 of Walking Dead.
It's disappointing to see a studio that even you liked something from go down.
Right.
Yeah.
But
'Cause Capcom Vancouver-
it's becoming more and more abundant. Like, as more news comes out, it's becoming more and more clear that not necessarily that they did this to themselves, but that they did this to themselves.
Yeah, and they're treating their employees like shit, and it's
Right.
it's all over the video game world.
Right.
And like Capcom Vancouver just got shut down, and even though Dead
Good.
Rising 4 wasn't great, it still sucks that people are out of a job. So
Yeah.
We
Well,
went past Konami when we were in LA. We drove past
And,
their
and
headquarters.
Square Enix.
And Square Enix.
Yeah.
so
I tried to break into the PopCap building.
play some more Peggle.
All right,
Yeah.
Adam. So what's this thing you were going to tell us that was going to piss everyone off?
Oh God.
Was it about Telltale?
No. It's you guys are just gonna be mad at me because you're gonna be like, why the fuck would you buy that?
Adam's shitty opinions again. Here we go.
Hold on. Hold on. Everybody spin the wheel of what expensive ass thing that's completely ridiculous did Adam buy?
Stock and oatmeal raisin cookies and ginger ale.
Now, I got the PS4 Pro bundle with Red Dead Redemption 2.
You're such a cuck.
I know.
I mean, I was like this close to getting the Spider-Man one.
It was
Like this fucking close.
I was-
Do you
You
do
don't
you have a
understand.
4K TV?
You don't fucking understand.
No.
Do either of you have 4K TVs?
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the only advantage to that is the games that do run at 4K run better at 1080p, but I also have a nice monitor and shit. So that part, the resolution part, doesn't mean that much to me. It's the
But why would you buy something that's not a PC?
Yeah, you PC.
because
cuck.
I got the best one they make. Well, not anywhere, but whatever.
Oh,
Yeah, because it's 5 minutes later and it's not the best now.
I know exactly.
so speaking of buying things, was there more to that?
No, that was
Okay.
it. I figured you just give me
Adam
shit,
wasting money.
Yeah.
Speaking
Tom
of-
wants a new guitar. Adam buys a PS4 Pro he doesn't need.
So
I'm
speaking
not
of buying
angry.
things,
But I'm also not surprised.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
you
mean,
could have done the dad thing. I'm not mad at you. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah.
pretty much.
I pre-ordered the PS Classic,
Oh,
Did
okay.
you?
the PlayStation Classic.
I mean, I get it.
Here's the thing. I don't blame you. I know a
I'm
lot
just
of
disappointed.
no. So
Is
so
it because
no,
you
no,
don't
no.
know what's on it?
I went to GameStop and I started to ask the guy, and he's immediately like, "No, they haven't announced the rest of them." I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah,
I
they
guess
haven't.
you got that a lot." He's like, "Yeah, everyone's asking." I'm like, to be fair, of the 5 games that they've already announced,
Of
I
what's
only
announced?
own one of them. So
Like, yeah, they have Wild Arms, like the ones that are announced. Wild Arms, I fucking love. Ridge Racer's fucking amazing. Jumpin' Flash, I fucking love. Final Fantasy VII, I mean, that one I own, so it's like
it's not
whatever.
Final Fantasy 8. Tom's shaking his head.
Yeah, right.
It's not
That's-
8 or 9.
That's what pisses me off. The Final Fantasy classics that got announced for download are 7, 9, 10, and 12.
Yeah.
Adam and I were
skipped
talking
past
about
8.
this. Did we look it up or did you know?
I was reading an article saying that there's back when Square was making those games at the time, like 7, 8, 9, they had really bad backup policies.
So
lot
the
of-
original game stuff.
Well, so 7
Yeah.
is okay, but if you notice, like 7 and 8 and 9, like they're on PC, they're emulated and they're like in a wrapper. So when you open them up, like it kind of then launches the game. So it's running an emulated version of the game. So they can't do anything to them. And I think there's a copyrighted song in the game which also ties it up in some legality.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the opening song.
That's the
Eyes on
thing.
Me or whatever, I think
Yeah.
that's what it is.
That's like Mega Man Legends got caught up for the longest time.
Yeah, that couldn't go for a
because
while.
there's like an ad that shows up somewhere that's like copyrighted in Japan,
Oh.
and because
It's the product placement.
yeah, and there's like a thing with PS1 classics where you can't change anything if it goes up on PS3 for like the PS1 classic.
It was like every vending machine you would walk past.
Yeah.
It was the vending machines, and one of the buildings was named after one of the TV companies
Yes.
in Japan.
Yes, that's what
That's
it
what
was.
it was.
So that
And that's the reason why it's like it's like $10 instead of like the regular $8
but
for
but the PS Classic, like, it comes out in December. We got some time to figure out what else is on it, but for what's on it, I like it.
It's the one I'm most interested. Also, apparently, the Mega Drive classic that they were doing, Sega was getting at Games to do that, which is they did a lot of their other like plug and play systems, which are of pretty bad quality. Apparently,
to
they
say
just
the least.
apparently they just kicked them off of that, so and it got delayed.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
They could always hire Retron, so every time you stick a fucking Sega Genesis game in it, it gets stuck.
You fucking
Yeah.
fucking blow on it, and fucking falls apart.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, this one worked
I
first try
like-
when we filmed.
I
know.
like it when it
That's a
works.
surprise. Yeah.
I like that it has that Game Gear add-on thing that you can use.
Yeah.
That I still want to play, do Game Gear games for the show. and-
I've literally put off buying one of these because of that.
You can't. They don't make new ones.
Well, they don't. Yeah, I know they don't anymore.
Why not?
Because everyone found out how
They're
weak and
how
fucking,
fucking
brittle
garbage
they
they
are.
are.
I had
Glass
3
bones
of
and
them.
paper skin. Retron over here.
I've had 3 of them. No, I've had 4 of them. Because I bought
'Cause
the
you had-
first one.
Yeah, because you had the one that was like the 2.
No.
Right.
I had a Retron 5. I've had 4 Retron 5s.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
The first one I bought stopped working. So I bought a new one. Or no, I bought a used one. The used one had an issue with the Sega Genesis port. So I returned it and paid the extra $20 and got the brand new one. And then I bought
That's
one for
right.
Becky, and that was before we lived together. And now there's 2 Retrons here.
Mine's been sitting for a while, and I guarantee you, if I go start it up, it probably won't work right away.
Probably not.
yeah, I have the 2 that you bought me.
Those are nice.
Yeah.
The
And that,
other ones that aren't like don't use like the flash memory and are literally just like clone systems
Yeah.
are fine.
That NES one that does the NES and the Famicom one.
Yeah.
The one that we use for like all
Yeah, the
of
one I
NES
got the A it's like the
Yeah. That one. That
Yeah.
one's fucking great.
That one right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what the name of it is, but it's got an HDMI port on it, and it's not.
That's what someone needs to do for like just the SNES or like there's a lot of ones that are like
They have
that
them,
for
yeah.
the NES, but they need one like that for like a Genesis.
Or,
But I
yeah.
think the problem is that Sega, it's hard to get the licensing from Sega or something.
Yeah.
Because like there are a couple that are like I think there's an old Retron one that's like just Genesis, but other than that, it's those shitty plug and plays that
Yeah.
like have the fucking horrible sound chip in it.
Yeah, Belichick has the shitty Sega one, and like the controllers for it are garbage.
Yeah, it's got like farty
and
sound.
it looks
too.
bad.
The
It's
old
not even
Retrons
worse.
had those fucking they had the IR sensor
Yeah, that's what
those
it is.
are
controllers.
bad.
Yeah.
They were fucking bad.
We couldn't see, like, you can't sit.
You
like,
can't even use
You have
them.
to be like right up on it.
Yeah.
Mostly.
I would have paid more for a fucking Retron 5 that didn't feel like it was made out of brittle plastic.
Yeah.
If they would have made that with legit plastic, even if it was $100 more and it didn't fucking break every 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and it fucking felt like you
Well,
could hold it.
they only cost $160 brand new.
Right.
So you could have easily reinforced that in some way and made it a little bit more expensive. and people
Isn't
would've
it
bought
like if you take that top off, it's literally just the board sitting at the side there?
Yes.
That's why it fucks up. I
Yeah.
guarantee you.
Because
you push
you're
those
pulling every time you pull the Sega Genesis cart out,
You're like pulling it apart.
because it gets stuck.
Weakening the solder joints.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just pulls the fucking board apart.
That's why they.
That's why they're shit. That's why I never put a Genesis game in there.
Honestly, like that's why like the main thing I use that fucking Retron for is for playing my fucking Game Gear games on
Right,
TV.
right.
And if I had the fucking money to get someone to mod Game Gear so I can get RGB out and a fucking mixed will screen, which is like the LCD screen, make
Yeah.
it look fucking nice, I would do it because fuck, it looks.
Right.
If you get it and you get the mod to put it on your TV, it looks fucking beautiful.
Right.
And it looks good on that too, but it's like I don't even want to pull it out in fear if it's gonna not fucking work.
Yeah.
And I paid an extra like whatever $40 for that fucking
Yeah,
add-on
I
thing
remember.
too.
But yeah, so I don't know. Does anybody have anything else?
Not really.
No.
We're doing Book a Month videos.
Yep, we're doing Book a Month. They're oh man, they've been fucking good.
By the time you listen to this on YouTube, Book a Month will pretty much already be over. So subscribe to our Patreon, and you can hear these things on time and
If you're
find
wa-
out what we're doing.
If you're watching this on YouTube, tell us what your favorite Book a Month video has been so far.
Yes.
If you're listening to it on Patreon, tell us what you want to see for Book a Month.
Yeah,
I mean, we've got a lot of stuff like already recorded, but you know,
Yeah,
there's always
there are
time.
there's like one or two suggestions that we got that we're doing, but if you have more, let us know. Because I'm not going to lift back the veil for a second. We've only recorded like 5 or 6 episodes, so
Nito, you maybe want to look out for a game that I'm not sure. You just
so this has been the thing.
we're doing Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Ando.
Oh shit! I didn't think of one. I didn't know we were doing one.
That's okay.
Okay.
I got it.
Oh, okay.
Are you gonna do it? Do you got it?
I was.
You got it? You good?
I got one.
Okay, go.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
If I don't like it, I'll do mine.
Okay. This is a special Boogin Month Fuck, Marry, Kill. Pinhead.
Ooh.
Leatherface.
Their face fucked.
Candyman.
Oh man!
Hold on. Candyman with the hook, or Candyman without the hook?
With the hook.